everyone. Here on Stocks to Watch, we offer exclusive one-on-one discussions with company leaders to help you make informed investment decisions. I'm Ashley Berry, and we're welcoming Graham Harris, Chairman and Director of Surge Battery Metals, a company that develops high-grade lithium claystones in Nevada and an industry leader in this new era of mining for Made in America battery metals. In fact, the management team has a proven track record of wealth creation for investors, including the development of several world-class lithium projects that were subsequently sold for more than $1.2 billion. Surge Battery Metals is trading on the TSXV as NILI, the OTCQB as NILIF, and the Frankfurt Exchange as DJ5C. It's a pleasure to have you with us today, Graham.
Well, good morning, Ashley.
Good morning. So you recently announced a personal purchase of 500,000 shares in the company. Now, given this transaction, how much stake do you actually hold in the company? And what really motivated you to purchase these stocks at this particular time?
Yeah, so I thought it was important to, give a signal to the market that, everything is great with the project. We've had a downturn in the lithium sector, and some of the stocks were getting hit harder than others, ours being one of them. And I thought, there's always rumors that start to circulate when your stock goes down. And I just thought, you know what, there's nothing wrong here. Everything's, business as usual. It's just the overall market. And I thought it important to, make a further investment in the company to maintain my 10% interest. And I had no problem, buying stock yesterday.
Yeah, and really reinforcing your commitment to the company. Perhaps you can elaborate a little bit on the current status of the Nevada North Lithium Project. Is it still moving on track as planned?
Yeah, actually, like I stated a second ago, everything's status quo. We've been doing the drilling, as we said. There are no material events or anything that's not in the public domain that is causing the stock to go down. It's business as usual. We're executing as planned. We've just completed the drilling. We're setting up for the plan of operation. All the news that is available is in the public markets. There's nothing behind the scenes that's happening that the public isn't or shouldn't be aware of.
And I think it's really important for the audience to hear that. You mentioned the fluctuations recently in the lithium market, your stock in particular. In your view, what are really the key drivers behind these recent movements?
Well, I've been in this a very long time, and we always see fluctuations in the market, and typically, when we look at some of the major stocks out there in the lithium space, let's take Albemarle as an example. It was $340, 12 months ago, and today it's 110. And somehow UBS and Bank of America put out sells on the stock, and in my experience, over the years, when analysts start to put out sells on the stock, I typically take that to mean that we're at or near the bottom of the cycle. So it's kind of counterintuitive, and I've never really understood how they get away with it. But it is what it is. And, the stock, if somebody came out and put a sell on it at 340 and then it was 110 and put a buy on it, I'd be much more impressed. But that's just not how the market, not how the market works, unfortunately.
But really, instead of putting the blinders on and sort of looking away, you really took, a big step forward in that purchase recently, 500,000 shares. Now, Graham, given your experience in the industry, especially with Millennial Lithium, have you seen similar fluctuations before in the years past? Maybe you can shed some light on what happened there.
Yeah, actually, that's the whole genesis of, having the confidence to step in and buy the stock. I've seen this movie many times. As an example, with Millennial Lithium, the stock went from 60 cents to $3 and then back to $1, and nobody wanted to touch it. And then, of course, subsequently, we sold the company at $5 a share. So, that took 5 years. I've been in chairman now of Surge Battery Metals for 6 months. It's early days. People have to have the patience to ride through the cycles. And understand that at the end of the day, if you're the last man standing, typically you're going to get the best price, and you just have to, ride the wave, so to speak. And when I saw an opportunity, I didn't think I'd have an opportunity to buy stock at the price I did yesterday. So I took it, and I think it's a great investment.
Excellent advice. I know I hear from a lot of people. It's a real nail biter right now in the market all over the place. People are very concerned. I think you really, again, like I said earlier, really making a big statement by what you're doing. Fantastic advice. Also, do you have any final messages for current or potential shareholders, given all these recent developments and what's happening in the market today?
Yeah, my advice actually would be to try to, cut out the noise that is in the space at the time. It's easy press for everybody to be negative, and it's always a lot of like fun with numbers. And I'll give you a good example. I saw Polestar come out yesterday and say that their deliveries were going to be down 30%, and then if you really read the fine print, they're going to be down 30% from expectations, and the expectations were for an 80% increase year over year sales. The year over year sales were up 51%. So that's the bottom line. I mean, everything is growing underneath. But fun with numbers, the market took hold. Oh, it's not going to be 80%, but 50% growth, and they say that sales are going to be down 30%. Well, that's just fun with numbers, because they're actually up 50, and year over year they're growing, and this space is growing, and people just have to cut out the noise and believe in the long term, and pick your battles, pick the stocks that you want to invest in long term. And if you have an opportunity like I did yesterday, to buy Surge Battery Metals at 55 cents when it was $1.50 2 months ago, you take it, and you just trust that this is a company, or this is the investment that is going to be there at the end of the day.
And this is exactly why we do what we do. All of this great advice, you being so transparent, right there at the forefront. Really appreciate everything that you've shared today. Graham Harris, Surge Battery Metals Chairman and Director. Again, thank you so much for your time, and we really look forward to sharing additional updates about your company here on Stocks to Watch.